Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Rick White from 180 Biz, and this is my Just One Thing. I want to talk about comeback some more, but what I want to talk about is blame. And one of the things that I think happens is as someone's walking in and they got a head of steam on them, man, they're upset, they've spent money, they're afraid of being taken advantage of, they're worried about the hassle of having to come back again and not have their vehicle. Is it going to cost them more money? What are you going, they're expecting you to fight them on it. So they're coming in pretty aggressive. And one of the best things that you can do right now is not get upset. Don't go for the ride. When someone's coming in hard and heavy on me, I tend to pull back a little bit, and I will I used to give away the store just to keep them happy. So what I want you to understand is I want you to hear their frustration, but I don't want you to react to it. I want you to kind of sidestep it a little bit. I want you to be able to listen, empathize with them, and reassure them. That's really what they're looking for, is that empathy and the reassuring. I want you to be able to step back, sidestep it a little bit, let them do their thing, hear them. Put yourself in their shoes for a minute. How would you feel? When was the last time you went through this and you had this huge battle? Okay. But the worst thing you can do is accept blame immediately. You don't know what's going on, and you've got to be super, super careful here. So I'm going to listen to them, and I'm going to still say, okay, we're going to look at this, see what's going on. Anything, if it has anything to do with what we took care of, we're going to 100% take care of you. And I'm telling you now, you're just going to love how we do this. Okay. We are here for you. I'm going to push a car outside and get yours in right now to get started on it because we want to take great care of you. Now, I don't assume fault at the beginning. There's no way I'm going to do that. I'm going to apologize for what they're going through, and I'm going to reassure them. But I am not going to accept blame right away. I'm not going to accept blame until I know it's a problem for us. Once I know it was something that we did, I'm 100% owning it. Listen, and I don't say my tech did this or my advisor did this. No, 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 no. I need you as a leader to deflect credit. So when someone says, hey, Rick, you did a great job. That was Sandy, right? Sandy does a great job. Shannon does a great job. Brenda does a great job. Amber does a great job. That's what you do. You deflect the credit and you accept responsibility. I failed you. I'm sorry. We're going to make this right for you. Okay? I'm going to make this right for you. Ownership is key when it is your fault. But in the beginning, don't accept blame right away, because now what happens if it doesn't have something to do with the work you did? What if it's just something that is on the outside of going wrong? Right? I recently went through this with a client of ours, was working on a diesel truck, got it all running and everything like that. Guy was driving it home, and all of a sudden it started acting up. The guy was trying to push them to own it, and I kept telling them, don't own it, don't own it. What they found out was the guy, without even thinking, had stopped and put gasoline in his diesel, and it caused all kinds of fuel system problems. And the guy owned up to it. First time customer, the guy owned up to it. That was amazing. But don't accept blame right away. Just be there, listen, and reassure. That's the key here. Reassure them. We're going to help you out. I am your solution. That's key. Now, how do you get it so that you don't have to accept blame? And I'm going to tell you, one of the easiest ways to do this is documentation. You need to have excellent documentation of your client's concern. See, if you just write up a ticket where it says check engine light, see, your client mistakenly thinks the check engine light is the problem. And it's not, it's a symptom. What you need to be able to do is document what is going on causing the check engine light to come on. Focus on what's happening, not the check engine light. The check engine light is an indicator. It is not the problem. You've got to have that conversation up front with your client and then document the crap out of what the concern is. The check engine light comes on after 10 minutes of driving on the highway, no drivability issues. Okay, document it. Engine's running rough. Engine runs rough on acceleration, it bucks, whatever. Document what the concern is. Don't focus on the check engine light. That's the first problem we have when it comes to comebacks. We're not focusing, documenting the right stuff. So what I need you to do is make sure you're documenting properly, okay? That saves you. So if someone comes back 6 months later, hey, I got a comeback, I got a problem. You fixed my check engine light 4 months ago and it's on again. That's an indicator. It's not the problem. If you document it properly, you can show a difference with the symptoms. Maybe the first time it was running great and it didn't have a problem. Second time it's running like crap. Fantastic, two separate issues. We can take the comeback thing right off the table. So documentation is super, super important. And then the last thing I want to just talk about real quick that you need to be super, super clear on is your communication. And what I mean by that is you want to make sure that what you think you're selling is what the client thinks they're buying. That is super, super important, and it saves a lot of headaches. Now, while communication is important, when it comes to hammers and tacks, it's going to be your documentation that's going to save your bacon. So make sure that is going on, okay? Document, because if it isn't written down, it's a lie. So step aside from the emotions, be there to feel what they're going through, know how frustrated they are, empathize with that, and reassure them that you are the one to help them. Do not accept blame right away. Communicate and document your butt off and make sure that everybody's happy with what's going on. My name is Rick White from 180 Biz. This is my Just One Thing. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. Have fun. And go make some money. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.